This is the Hawk. I want to talk about South Africa right now with regards to this Bill Gates. Bill Gates has advocated that everybody in the world needs to be vaccinated. However, in a TED interview he did a few years ago, he stated that there would be a pandemic and that people should be vaccinated. In this last week, he states that people should be vaccinated and be carrying a document to fly or to travel or to go anywhere. Numbers on the coronavirus, you will find Bill Gates' name. You will also find the fact that he has tried to patent the vaccination for the coronavirus as well. Having said that, if it is true that he has the patent of the coronavirus and whoever's name is on that virus, any deaths involved with this virus, they should be held accountable, including the Chinese government. Therefore, they should be all charged with mass murder. Now, the BBC is claiming that the South African government has done an absolutely wonderful job to contain this virus. It's absolute bullshit. Johannesburg or Gauteng of any note, and the army are threatening people to go home and turning people around who are on their way to be tested. No wonder they have no results. Going back to Bill Gates, I think you and Melinda were in Khayelitsha in the Cape, blissfully walking around with no worries in the world, in one of the most dangerous townships in the country, and the first case in South Africa was in Khayelitsha. Now, when people have to be separated by 6 to 10 feet in the townships, this is impossible. According to Ramaphosa, who stands next to Soros, he stands next to Bill Gates, he is all over the place. You don't see him wearing a mask. Even Ramaphosa with a mask on. He doesn't have a mask. Have you seen the little brave one, the little red devil, Malema? The little coward ran away. Now the results in South Africa, the reason for the results is that nobody's been tested. And as this virus spreads, it takes between 14 and 21 days. Now, if this virus is spreading in the townships and they release these people in 21 days, you are looking at a crisis. You know that the taxis don't care, even though they tell them to restrict the number of people in the taxis. It's impossible. People don't wash their hands. They don't wash their mouths. They are coming directly out of some of the most unsanitized areas in South Africa in the informal settlements. The hospitals in South Africa do not have the facilities the United States does. And yet the United States has a bunch of cases. And the only reason for this is because we're testing people. We have probably the best modern medicine in the world. It's also come to light about 5G. Now, anybody with an old Geiger counter can go to your microwave and it'll go off. So you don't use them. Do a test. Get two plants, fill one with normal water and fill one with microwave water. One will die. Guess which one? All you're doing is that's why we're getting cancer. Now the 5G towers are going up, birds are dying in droves. Nothing grows around them. And if they put a grid around you, all your children are going to start getting cancer. We must ask the manufacturers of 5G and the utility companies that are going to sell 5G to guarantee that nobody's going to get cancer from this thing and nobody's being radiated. If you buy the phone, ask them to give you a legal document stating that you will not be radiated by the phone. They won't give it to you. Therefore, you will be radiated. And you will get cancer. Now, back to South Africa. The BBC stating that Ramaphosa did a fantastic job, but what you don't realize is that the British government and the British organizations in Britain are actually funding the ANC and the EFF. The EFF is the ANC. It's kind of like the Nazi party and the brown shirts. Instead, the red shirts. It's one and the same. The games that go on in Parliament are deliberate. "5G is not safe. I'm just telling you right now, it is not safe. There's enough videos out there showing practically out of the sky into the ground, hundreds of them. Once they switched it on, the frequency is impossible for them to live. You will be pumping radiation into your body every single day. I don't know if any of you realize that in the 6 months of December of last year, you had Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, Henry Kissinger, Soros, Prince Harry, and Oprah Winfrey. You had all these players in the Cape. Why? Suddenly, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle didn't want to stay there because they knew what was coming. They wanted to go to Canada. Well, Canada just kicked them out, and President Trump told them to take a hike too because they weren't going to play for their little games. And the British government kicked them out as well. There's also a purge going on right now. Prince Andrew, Prince Harry, Epstein, and all of them, they're all being picked up and cleaned house. But there's also the other side, and they're playing dirty. Now, I call on the South African government, the ANC terrorist organization, and the EFF, explain 60 murders a day in South Africa, 500,000 murders since 1994. These are more deaths a day than the whole of the coronavirus. There's no shutdown. There's no military in the street trying to stop the rapists that are raping little girls as young as 2 and as old as 99. They've had, according to the South African government, 4 cases. Now you have vehicles in red riding around suburbs, knocking on people's doors saying they're there to test and to do a sanitation of your homes. It's a lie. These are criminals. Call the police. Call the authorities. They're either in military fatigues, in military uniforms, military vehicles, or in red vehicles with signs all over them stating that they are there for coronavirus. While the police are running around chasing their own tails, trying to figure out who's stealing their weapons and their ammunition, criminals are going to bottle stores, clothing stores, food stores, you name it, including killing farmers. In this last week, there's over 6 farm attacks, more murders. And Ramaphosa is getting praised by the international community for what, 4 cases of coronavirus? That he didn't do anything because there is no test facilities. There's there's voice messages being floated around that the masks coming from China are contaminated with the coronavirus, deliberately sent to South Africa. And these are from black kids. These are not from white kids. And they're saying, do not be vaccinated because there is no vaccination. All they're doing is contaminating you to kill you. You are the people, not these evil people. We are the people. We are the voice, not the rich and famous who think they are immune because they're not humans. Look at 26 years you've gone to the toilet because of one thing and one thing only. 3 letters, ANC. To all the ministers out there, these Christian ministers all screaming that, stop crying. You're not going to make money this Sunday, throwing the money in the air and say, please, Lord, bless this money, and whatever falls down, I'm going to take and thank you. You take what you want and I'll collect the rest. It doesn't work like that. God is not in church. Jesus prayed in a field. Jesus preached to people on a mountain. He preached in the street. He preached in homes. You did not have to go build a house. You want to pray. But I find it ironic that all these Christian ministers do not talk about the goddamn rape. They do not talk about all the murders. They do not talk about a communist government, which is anti-Christian. They perpetuate racism. They do not call people out because of racism. What is the biggest problem in South Africa? Racism. The South African government placed BEE laws. That's racism. That's apartheid. End of story. You can change it how you want it, call it a different name. It's just goddamn racism. Now you're all going to say I've been blaspheming. I don't care. God knows who I am. And until these Christian ministers stand up to these evil politicians, your country is doomed. To make it safe in South Africa, you need to remove the ANC government. You need to put the EFF in its place. Arrest them for crimes against humanity. Every single politician in power right now for treason. They have sold your mineral rights to the Chinese. They have stolen most of the assets of South Africa and put it in their pockets. The United States gives South Africa $9.4 billion a year in aid. Where is it? The United States gave South Africa $8 million, 8 million rand the other day for coronavirus to help sustain this. What did they do? They deployed the military to beat up people, shoot dogs, which they have denied, but there's video. Make people do push-ups, roll them on the floor. Why would you need a rocket launcher to be deployed in a city? And there's video of them. It shows you the ignorance of this government. I challenge Julius Malema to come here and debate me live on international media. Come and debate me live, you little coward. Ramaphosa, you come and debate me too. You won't, because you're a coward too, because you're a liar. 3 called Boiling the Frog. And I want you to deny it on international media. Everybody, I have a petition. It is in the link in this video at the bottom in the description. We need millions of signatures. To bring full-blown sanctions and just immediately stop all aid to South Africa. The only thing the ANC understands is money. We need to be at 111,000. There's enough of you. We need you. I need you. Well, actually, you need you. I'm trying to help you. Get 10 friends to get 10 friends, get 10 friends to sign that petition. Why are you allowing this government to control your minds? You know for a fact that the ANC government hates white people. You know for a fact that the EFF hates white people. You know for a fact that this ANC government only sees one color, and that's black. They do not see the rest of the country. They do not see Indian people. They do not see colored people. They do not see the tribal people. They see themselves. They have marginalized all the tribal units that will help the underprivileged. Ramaphosa preaches communism, but he's a multi-millionaire. They all are. What has the ANC done for any of you in South Africa in 26 years? Nothing. But stuff their pockets, not build roads, and your hospital systems are collapsing because there is no hospital systems left. Bill Gates and Soros don't hate you. They don't care. They money. Money rules them. They think they're elite. They think they're above you. They actually think they're immune to death. And that's the fault of every single evil leader that ever came to power. Power is a sickness. And when you realize something, you are born to die. You have one life to live. And you have to live it honestly. And you have to live it to your true calling. And to understand that one day you will die. And you will be left naked, standing before God with the sins in your hands. Nothing more. You came into this world naked, with no title, no money, no boyfriend, no house, no wonderful husband, no president, no nothing. You were naked. And the day you die, you will leave with that too. But what will you hold in your hand? Every sin you have ever created in your life. Therefore, all of these leaders have to realize they will die too. It doesn't matter how much money they have, they will die. Just like the Egyptian pharaohs. This is the Hawk. Please subscribe to my channel. Please donate. People need help right now. Build a field of food. It can be 16 times what I put down. And that 16 times can be given to so on and so on. We need help. And that food will go to feed the people. The rand dollar exchange is getting worse and worse by the day. I predicted 20-1. If it gets any worse, it'll go to 30-1. To all young people out there, if you have families on farms, you need to go home. Find other people that do not have income, that want to help. Build houses around the farmhouses and protect one another. The white farmers are being attacked daily, but so are the blacks. And they're probably more vulnerable because people don't care. We don't hear the news about them. And we don't hear the news about the black women that are raped every day either. And the black little girls that are kidnapped and raped and murdered and put into slavery, into prostitution. And many of your young kids, white kids, are disappearing because they're being murdered. People, stop being complacent. Complacency leads to contempt. Now this coronavirus, gargle with salt water, wash your hands with salt water. Salt kills everything. As for the testing in South Africa, I disagree with the numbers, as there's no testing facilities, enough of them, and not enough people have been tested. I would join organizations. Collectively become a network. Don't keep lists. Keep it in here. Do not trust WhatsApp anymore. It's controlled by Microsoft and they collect all your information. Go to Telegram and to Signal and get the hell off WhatsApp. It is not safe. They're recording you and they know everything you say. Please subscribe to my channel. Share it to everybody. Let everybody know what's going on. And sign the petition. The petition will set you free. How do you think the ANC got the nationalist government got broken by the ANC? By sanctions. Take the money away and you break them. This is the Hawk. I'm signing off. Take care. Wash your hands with salt water. Share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Hit the bell. And don't let them break your spirit. I'm out of here. Before I go, Bill Gates, you need to publicly take the vaccine, you and your entire vaccine first, and show the world that it's safe. And in 6 months' time, we'll decide if we want it at all. I doubt it. This is the Hawk. I'm out of here. Be careful out there.